Hey, welcome back to iallegedly. I'm Dan, and I've got a good one for you today, and it's wild to say the least. What if solar energy could kill? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our email list because one is going out imminently soon. Okay. Please listen to this one. The Financial Times out of India had a great story that is below. It's the first story below about how American inspectors found remote kill switches inside of solar panels and solar products from China. Kill switches, overrides, cellular overrides. Now, things that we never knew were there in the past. Now, have they always been there? Is this just the new batch of ways to shut us down and to kill our grid and to kill our way of life and our power supplies? Who knows? But this is wild, guys, because think about this. Of the millions and millions of people in the United States that have gone solar, there are so many people that right now are starting to understand that there was a huge expense to go along with this. And some people save a lot of money and a lot of people don't. A lot of school districts went out and put carports up. Walmart put those carports up. And the return on the investment is not what they thought it was going to be, because what they did was they weighed the price of kilowatts per hour, which is basically here in California about 30 cents, and is it going to be worth it? Then there's this pesky thing called maintenance, and the inverters breaking down and the wires and the hardware, and somebody driving their car into these things and having to repair them that they never had to deal with in the past. But what this does is it makes it so that there's ongoing expenses. Now, what if China could shut off solar power? What if they could flip a switch and make them all go dark? Think of the mass havoc that that would create. Think of the people that would be stuck, because so many people don't have backup power. And the fools that have walked up to me and says, Dan, I know you bag on solar, but we have a backup battery. I said, oh yeah, what are you going to do after that 3 hours ends? Well, ours is like 6, okay? 6 hours of backup energy, guys, running your house, okay? What if you have a power outage that goes on for a week, 2 weeks? Let me know. Let me know what you think. What do you do during that time? Okay? There is no backup battery that's going to run your entire house for a week. Now, generators and things like that, people that live in those remote areas of our country that have those, electric generators that kick on when the power shuts off, they know. But then again, those are limited, guys. They don't go, you can't have a backup generator go for a month. It just doesn't work. So with that being said, this is a wild story, guys. What if this is all some big scam and it's designed to bring us to our knees and flip a switch? And again, read this story because it makes you think, well, are these in my panels? Okay. Now, I worked for a solar company, and they hated that I would ask questions growing up in the construction industry, where I would say, we're putting a 20-year warranty on something that you say has a 10-year life. Don't be a buzzkill, Dan. You're helping people. See these little water boats? Those are fun for 25 minutes. Normally you rent them for 2 hours and then you just pass out for exhaustion. But I have a question for you. Why are there so many people from China buying up all our real estate? Okay? In Southern California, they just come in and buy houses. So many of these people have bought houses on the street I live on right now. There are 6 vacant houses that were bought by the Chinese that nobody lives in. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that weird? Wow, Dan, what are you saying, Dan? What are you asking? I'm asking the question. Well, is this some Chinese takeover? Let's ask the question. Let's get crazy. Okay? Was the solar push just a big problem? Remote control kill switches, grid destabilization. Hello, a national security risk. Guys, I'm telling you, this is absolutely wild. The U.S. government has started to scrutinize this, and now you can sit there and say it's the new, push. Is that it? Is that what we're living through? Now, here's the one thing that's absolutely crazy here in Southern California that I absolutely love, is that lawmakers here in California, okay, are getting rid of the solar discounts here in California because the people that have gone solar are not paying the same amount of taxes as everybody else. The people that drive electric cars don't pay the same amount of registration fees, gas fees. They're starting to get less tax dollars from gasoline here. And by the way, we have the highest gasoline tax in the country. We used to have, think about this, over 25 refineries. We now have 6 in California. And they're anticipating that within a year, we're going to have $8.44 a gallon gasoline. Okay, well, that'll motivate you to walk. So, billions in home savings. Lawmakers say they've lost so much money during this time. Now, California, Lisa Calderon, Assemblywoman, she has Bill 942 that would aims to reform net energy, and it would make contracts ending legacy contracts after 10 years. So you people that bought solar and thought it was going to last forever, not only do you have to worry about the Chinese shutting you off, but you get to worry about our state assemblywoman shutting you off too and making sure it's not going to pay for itself. Think about that. Here's the other thing to think about. Real estate investment companies don't want houses that somebody has drilled a hole in their roof, because inevitably, this is what I always hear. You have a great installer, the guy's the best, and you think of all the screws that have to go through that roof to put that solar into your house. And eventually they leak. And when you have investment companies that say, we're not going to touch a house that has solar on it because of this disaster. Okay? Again, where's the savings, guys? Where's the savings? You got to stay connected to the grid here in Southern California. You can't be off grid because they've got to bill you. And Southern California Edison's just adds to it. But again, Dan's getting crazy today. Oh my gosh, conspiracy theories going nuts, man. We need to go green, Dan. We need to recycle. I'm a recycling hound, guys. I got it all divided up, and I do all that every day. I do it every day, okay? And does it get me? I just hope it gets me a closer spot in heaven when the line, I get a better, spot in line. Anyways, my point is that we've had all this stuff shoved down our throats. Now, here is the best one that my buddy Dave sent me. And I am thoroughly unimpressed with Hawaii. Been there a bunch of times. And as I got older, I realized, wow, Laguna Beach has got that same clear, crisp blue water. And you know what I get to do? Hop in a car and drive home. It's really cool. I don't have to sit in a 5.5 hour plane fight. And you people from the East Coast that go there, oh my God, it's like flying to France, man. Oh my God, it takes forever. Okay, so the governor of the great state of Florida just proposed a new law to fight climate change. Okay, now I want you to understand something about Hawaii. Hawaii would be nothing without this factor right here. There are 10 million people that go to Hawaii every year. 10 million visitors every year. Okay, are we all scum? Are we all terrible? No, they're all 10 million people with money that go there and eat in your restaurants, stay in your hotels, rent cars, play golf, eat, buy knickknacks, go to your jewelry stores, do all your stuff, go to your bars, and do all that fun stuff. 10 million of them. And they all have money with them to do that because they're on vacation. But what he wants to do now is he wants to raise the taxes. And I mean, it just got sickening because the new proposal, and this is going to fight green energy. I got a question for you. What about the poor people in Maui that their houses burnt down? Okay? When are they getting their houses back? Can you answer that? Yeah. Come on, don't talk about that. Okay? Even the peacocks aren't buying that nonsense. Okay, so listen. Oh my gosh, it's just crazy. So, here you've got all this, green energy. You got a new 12% tax, 12% to fight climate change. That's interesting. It's also, travelers also have to pay a 4.72% general tax, virtually on all goods and services, just because you're not from here. You're a foreigner. Come January 1st, the state, local, and short-term rental tax will go to 18.712%. 18.712% to rent an Airbnb, short-term rental tax, okay, that you're going to pay. Josh Green, yeah, He wants to protect Anna, which is the land. He wants to protect the land. Okay? Anyways, this is just disgusting because a local environmental advocacy group estimates that 560 we have a $560 million gap in the budget and what the uses of our lands are. What's that mean? People driving on your roads and stuff like that? Okay. Can't have it all, guys. You can't have it all. But again, do you not want us to come to Hawaii? Again, I don't need to ever go to Hawaii the rest of my life. I'm telling you guys, it's overrated. Talk to my buddy Hunt. Hop on a cruise ship. This is the one thing that I had a date last week, and we were talking about this, about how isn't it great to go on a cruise and try new places and walk through the port and say, yeah, I would like to come back here and stay here. Yeah, try that. But you know what you get to do if you don't like the place and you're not there landlocked in an Airbnb that sucks, that you got the weird pervy guy on the second floor looking at you in the jacuzzi? No, you don't have that. You go back to your cruise ship and you eat and you drink and you lay out in the sun and you turn on your TV in your stateroom. It's fantastic. Okay? So, needless to say, are the Chinese doing this? I know our politicians here are doing this. I know that the politicians in Hawaii hate us and hate you and hate me. And, here's the thing. Karen Bass, she just issued a warning here in California. There's an existential threat for homelessness. By the way, she's been mayor for a couple years now, and there's $24 billion missing from that area. And again, $24 billion missing. Okay, guy just caught a crawdad. Isn't that nice? Crawfish, crawdad. I don't know what the difference is. One tastes better than the other. Final story, which I thought was great, was Aldi. Aldi's getting sued. Oreo maker Mondelez sues Aldi, alleging that they're copying, like wheat thins and thin wheat. I love stuff like this. And then instead of a Nutter Butter, it's a peanut butter cream. And the logos look really similar. So let me know what you think about that. And if you ever shop at Aldi, it's like hit or miss with me every time I go there. I like a place called Grocery Outlet better for the discount stuff. But let me know what you guys think about this, guys. You think solar's going to kill us? You think the CCP is going to flip the switch and we're not going to have any solar power? Wouldn't that be wild, guys? There's a movie for you. Okay? Xi Jinping, all angry at America and Dan. I will stop Dan. I don't like him. Okay? Ring the bell, guys. Okay? Let me know what you think. Okay? I read this and I got really angry when I read this. So like, subscribe. Don't forget to join our email list, and I will see you guys very soon.